Hello everyone and welcome to the 12 Days of Manifestation. Tonight we're going to be talking about mantras. They are virtually one sentence that is said in the here and now in a very positive way, and it is used to manifest, but it's also used to relax. So tonight we want to talk about how it's used to manifest. So with mantras, I use them all the time because it's so easy. Even if I'm just laying and getting a massage, I may go into a mantra just to kind of pull myself into that trance-like state, but really focusing on whatever it is I'm manifesting at the time or, want to see change. So how does this work? Let's say that I want to manifest a flower being delivered to my house. And I say, thank you for the flowers I am receiving, right? So the gratitude is there, which we've talked about. And the here and now it's happening, right? I am receiving them. But now the secret is I have to feel myself and see myself receiving those flowers. Do I receive them with great joy? Can I feel it? Can I see it? Can I see myself opening the door and somebody standing there with flowers that I am receiving? How does that work inside me, right? So when you do a mantra, it's not just writing it down and then saying it over and over and over again. Remember what you're learning about manifestation. The law of attraction is not just in your head. It's got to be in alignment with you. So you really want to write the mantra in a way that is positive and in the here and now with gratitude in it as well. But then you want to picture it. So let's stick with the example of I'm going to receive flowers, right? I'm going to do a relaxation, and then I'm going to get very focused, and I'm going to say, thank you for the flowers I am receiving. Thank you for the flowers I am receiving. Thank you for the flowers I am receiving. I'm going to say that sentence at least 20 times and probably at least 108 times. And as I say it over and over and over again, I'm feeling it, the joy of getting the flowers, seeing myself open the door and receive them, feeling myself, put them down and just loving them every single time I look at them, right? So when I say thank you for the flowers I am receiving, it's not just up here in my head. The experience of receiving the flowers must be felt and enhanced inside, right? So we say it over and over and over again. Now, for a lot of people, and I actually use mantras as a form of meditation for people who have any anxiety or ADD because you're using the mind to quiet the mind. But tonight we're talking about it for manifestation. So you want to make sure that it's a short and sweet sentence or two sentences that really embrace the essence of what it is you're manifesting. Okay. Now, you can absolutely reach out to me if you need help writing those mantras. That's easy for me for some reason. But you really want to make sure that that mantra is wrapping itself around the dream that you want to manifest. So go ahead, write it down, and then say it. Now, if in fact you have a lot of thoughts going on, which a lot of people do because that's like our norm now, then you want to say it over and over, and you're going to find yourself kind of losing track and going here and going there, and don't get frustrated, okay? Easier said than done, but don't get frustrated. What we want to do at that point is get a strand of beads. It could be mantra beads are great, but it could even be like Mardi Gras beads or a strand of pearls or anything that has beads, and then use those for counting, but they're in your hand. So now you have the tactile bit of it, and you're moving one bead at a time each time you recite the mantra. So going back to the example, I would be holding beads and I would say, thank you for the flowers I am receiving, and then I move the bead. Thank you for the flowers I am receiving, and I keep doing that, and I go through the strand of beads as many times as I choose to, right? You can use, some people will have a rosary. Those are mantra beads. And the rosary is a mantra that the Catholic Church uses. So you can use those. Anything that is a bead, right? Because it helps you count. I've had people use marbles where they have a bag of marbles and they'll take the marbles out one at a time and then put them back in the bag one at a time. And so it doesn't matter what you use, but the fact that you've got the tactile plus the counting together allows you that freedom to just focus, and it brings you back to focus over and over and over and over again. You're going to relax, take some deep breaths, just like you do at the beginning of any sort of relaxation exercise. I have the first part of a mantra pre-recorded with my voice. If anybody needs it, you can reach out. I'll have the link on the link tree, and you can use that to kind of set the stage, play your own music in the background, get the stage set, and then it just drops you right into whatever mantra you're going to say over and over and over again. Again, quiet place, have your sentence or sentences very short and clear, make sure they're positive, make sure they're in the here and now, and if you need the beads, grab the beads. I really like the beads. I think they're wonderful. You can do these mantras anywhere. You can put a set of beads in the dash of your car, and you can say it over and over and again at a red light, which is always easy because you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to do this 20 times over, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's easy. It's less than half a minute. So, it's just a couple seconds. In fact, I think most of them are about 2 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds. So you're going to get quite a few in at your red lights, right? You can get quite a few in during commercials, as you watch TV. Anytime you are sitting in what I call down space, right, where you're not doing anything but waiting, that's a good time to click right back into that mantra, because now you're living it all day long, right? Every time you have a break, it's like you go right back into that mantra. So open up your thoughts, open up your heart, and let that mantra be one of the tools that you keep in your manifestation toolbox. Use it often and use it with love in your heart, and watch things turn. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you each and every night of these 12 days of manifestation as we prepare for the winter solstice, where we will plant our seeds to create our dream. We will re-nourish those seeds on New Year's Eve, and on the first new moon of the new year, we will gather together to do vision boards using all of the tools that I have presented in the 12 days of manifestation. Thank you so much for joining me. May the magic be yours.